Hello friends, I am Pooja Gupta and welcome to all of you on my YouTube channel, My English Literature Notes. I hope that all of you are fine. Friends, you had noticed that from 3-4 days I was not making the educational videos and not uploading the video on YouTube. The reason was that I was suffered from fever, but today I am making the video because I am totally recovered from the fever. So let's start today's session of question and answers. So friends, you had already watched nine videos on British literature. So this is the part 10 of that series. So let's start without making any delay. Question number 341. Tharsis by Arnold is an elegy on the death of option A Tennyson, B Browning, C Wordsworth and D Clough. So friends, guess what will be the correct answer? The correct answer will be option D Clough. Tharsis by Arnold is an elegy on the death of Clough. Coming to the next question. Come to the next question. We mortal millions leave alone figures, and the options are A. Dover Beach, B. Immortality Ode, C. The Marguerite, and D. To Skylark. And the correct answer will be option C. Option C. Marguerite. To Marguerite. Now coming to the next question. 343. Culture and Anarchy 1869 was written by, and the options are A. Raymond Williams, B. F.R. Lewis, C. Matthew Arnold, and D. Lionel Trilling. What will be the correct answer of this question? Friends, tell me. The correct answer of this question will be option C. Matthew Arnold has written Culture and Anarchy in 1869. Coming to the next question. Literature and Dogma 1873 of Arnold deals with option A. Literary dogmas, option B. Religious dogmas, option C. Poetry and politics, and option D. Poetry and religion. And the correct answer will be option D. Poetry and religion. Literature and Dogma of Arnold deals with poetry and religion. Coming to the next question. Arnold says the function of criticism at present time makes out a case for option A. Importance of critical activity for creative output, B. The value of criticism for market economy, C. The function of criticism as aesthetic experience, D. The function of criticism as a touchstone. And the correct answer of this question will be option A. The importance of critical activity for the creative output. Coming to the next question. (346) Arnold's touchstone method values. Arnold's touchstone method values option A. All literary pieces. Option B. Option B. Only the best writing. Option C. Only English writers. And option D. Only Greek classics. So the correct answer will be only the best writing. Option B will be correct. Arnold's touchstone method values only the best writing. Next question. 347. Arnold's view of culture is best described by option A. Light and sweet, option B. Sweet and dark, option C. Light and sweetness, and option D. Dark and sweet. So friends, tell me what will be the correct answer of this question. The correct answer will be option C. Light and sweetness. Moving to the next question. Arnold read which of the following Indian books the most? Options are Ramayana, B. Mahabharata, C. Akbarnama, D. Bhagavad Gita. And the correct answer will be option D. Bhagavad Gita. the book Bhagavad Gita Arnold read the most? Moving to the next question. The scholar's Gypsy of Arnold is largely based on the life of. Options are Clough, B. Wordsworth, C. Chaucer, and D. Spenser. And the correct answer will be option A. Clough. Arthur Hugh Clough. The scholar's Gypsy of Arnold is largely based on the life of Arthur Hugh Clough. The Arthur Hugh Clough was a friend of Matthew Arnold. Moving to the next question. 350. Who among the following was the leading pre-Raphaelite poet? And the options are A. W. Yeats, B. D.G. Rossetti, C. William Morris, and D. S.C. Swinburne. What will be the correct answer of this question? Students, please reply me. Who among the following was the leading pre-Raphaelite poet? The correct answer will be option B. D.G. Rossetti. D.G. Rossetti was the first leading pre-Raphaelite poet. Coming to the next question. 351. The author of the Blessed Damozel is. The author of the Blessed Damozel is. Options are Gwen Below, A. Byron, B. Shelley, C. Keats, and D. Rossetti. What will be the correct answer? The correct answer will be option D. D.G. Rossetti. Question number 352. A Pageant and Other Poems was written by. The options are A. D.G. Rossetti, B. Christina Rossetti, C. William Morris, and D. Oscar Wilde. And the correct answer will be option B. Christina Rossetti is the author of the Pageant and Other Poems. Coming to the next question. The next question is 353. William Morris is best known by which of the following? Options are News from Nowhere 1891, option B Shines of Change 1888, option C Earthly Paradise 1868 to 70, and option D A Dream of John Ball 1888. What will be the correct answer? Tell me. The correct answer of this question will be option A. News from Nowhere is best known by. News from Nowhere is the work for which William Morris is best known. Question number 354. S.C. Swinburne is known as Poet of Liberty by which of the following? Options are A. Poems and Ballads, B. Tristram and Other Poems, C. Songs Before Sunrise, and D. Atalanta in Calydon. What will be the correct answer? The correct answer will be option C. Songs Before Sunrise. Moving to the next question. 355. Dickens is best known for his. Options are A. Tragic novels, B. Farcical comedy, D. Plot construction, and D. Character portraits. So the correct answer of this question will be D. Character portraits. Dickens is best known for his character portraits. So the D answer will be correct. Coming to the next question. Charles Dickens's first novel was. Options are A. David Copperfield, B. Pickwick Papers, C. Nicholas Nickleby, and D. Dombey and Son. What will be the first novel of Dickens? Guess now what is the correct answer. So the correct answer will be option B. Pickwick Papers is the first novel of Charles Dickens. Question number 357. Dickens's Hard Times 1854 is a critique of. Options are A. Romanticism, B. Law courts, C. Public schools, and D. Science and industry. What will be the correct answer? Guess now. Friends, guess now what will be the correct answer. Dickens's Hard Times is a critique of option D will be correct. Science and industry. Dickens's Hard Times is a critique of science and industry. This will be the correct answer of this question. Moving to the next question. Bleak House 1852 is a critique of options are the law courts, B the school system, C the industry, and D the rich class. And the correct answer will be option A, the law courts. Bleak House is a critique of the law courts. Coming to the next question, Mr. Micawber in David Copperfield 1850 is modeled on. Options are A. Thackeray, B. Tennyson, C. Tennyson's father, D. C. Dickens's father, and D. Dickens himself. And the correct answer will be option C, Dickens's father. Mr. Micawber in David Copperfield 1850 is modeled on Dickens's father. Coming to the next question, who among the following was born in India? And the options are A. Dickens, B. Browning, C. Tennyson, and D. Thackeray. So the option D will be correct, Thackeray. The full name of Thackeray is William Makepeace Thackeray. Coming to the next question, 361. A Tale of Two Cities 1859 relates to the cities of, and your options are A. York and London, B. London and Paris, C. Rome and London, D. Rome and Paris. And the answer of this question will be option B. London and Paris. A Tale of Two Cities 1859 relates the cities of London and Paris. Moving to the next question, which of the following has for its subtitle a novel without a hero? So the options are A. Vanity Fair, B. A Tale of Two Cities, C. The Virginians, D. Hard Times. And the correct answer will be option A, Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair has the subtitle a novel without a hero. Come to the next question, 363. Which of the following novels is considered the best of Thackeray? And the options are The Book of Snobs 1849, B. The History of Pendennis 1848 to 50, and C. Vanity Fair 1847 to 48, and D. The History of Henry Esmond 1852. And the correct answer will be option C, Vanity Fair 1847 to 48. Now moving to the next question, 364. Becky Sharp and Amelia Sadly figure in, and options are The Rose and the Ring, B. Rebecca and Rowena, C. The Virginians, and D. Vanity Fair. And the correct answer will be option D, Vanity Fair. Becky Sharp and Amelia Sadly figure in the novel Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray. Question number 365. Who among the following is not of Bronte sisters? And the options are A. Emily, B. Mary, C. Charlotte, and D. Anne. So the friends, the Bronte sisters are Emily, Charlotte, and Anne. These Bronte sisters used to write in the Victorian era, which expanded from 1837 to 1901. So these Bronte sisters are also called the Victorian writers. And the correct answer of this question will be B, Mary. Mary is not a Bronte sister. Moving to the next question, Jane Eyre 1847 by Charlotte Bronte deals with Options are the plight of women, B. corruption in education, C. condition of presence, and D. injustice in courts. And the correct answer will be option A, the plight of women. Jane Eyre 1847 by Charlotte Bronte deals with the plight of the women. Moving to the next question. Wuthering Heights 1847 by Emily Bronte is called a sport by which of the following critics? And the options are David Cecil, B. Walter Allen, C. F.R. Lewis, and D. Arnold Kettle. And the correct answer of this question will be option C, F.R. Lewis. F.R. Lewis called Wuthering Heights a sport. Moving to the next question. Queen Victoria ruled England during the years, and the options are 1837 to 1901, B. 1832 to 1900, C. 1835 to 1903, D. 1834 to 1902, and the correct answer of this question will be option A, 1837 to 1901. This is the period in which Queen Victoria ruled in England. Question number 369. The Victorian age can be called the age of, options are faith, B. doubt, C. revolution, and D. romance. And the correct answer will be option D. No, option B, doubt. The Victorian age can be called the age of doubt. Coming to the next question. 370. Which of the following pairs of Tennyson's poems is appropriate? And the options are Ulysses and Morte Arthur, B. the Lotus Eaters and the Lady of Shalott, D. Ulysses and the Lotus Eaters, and D. Locksley Hall and the Palace of Art. And the correct answer of this question will be option C, Ulysses and Lotus Eaters. Coming to the next question. Which is the best known poem of Tennyson? Options are In Memoriam 1850, The Princess 1847, C. Idylls of the King, and C. Idylls of the King, and D. Enoch Arden 1864. And the correct answer of this question will be option A, In Memoriam 1850. Coming to the next question. Which of the following poems of Tennyson is an elegy on the death of his friend Arthur Hallam? And the options are The Place of Art, B. In Memoriam, C. The Death of Inan, D. Locksley Hall 60 years after. And the correct answer will be option B, In Memoriam is an elegy on the death of Tennyson's friend Arthur Hallam. Moving to the next question. Which poem of Tennyson occupied the poet's year from 1833 to 1850? And the options are A. Morte Arthur, B. Idylls of the King, C. In Memoriam, and D. Ulysses. And the correct answer of this question will be option C, In Memoriam. In Memoriam poem of Tennyson occupied the poet's years from 1833 to 1850. Coming to the next question. Who is the most representative poet of the Victorian age? And the options are A. Arnold, B. Browning, C. Swinburne, and D. Tennyson. And the right answer of this question will be option D. Tennyson is the most representative poet of the Victorian age. Moving to the next question. Question number 375. Which of the Tennyson's poem is called a monodrama? And the options are A. The Princess, B. Maud, C. Ulysses, and D. The Lotus Eaters. And the correct answer of this question will be option B, Maud. Maud poem of Tennyson is called a monodrama. Thanks friends for watching my video, and please subscribe my channel. If you are getting helpful questions and answers from this video, then please subscribe it and press the bell icon, so that you may get so many notifications and so many videos of education, and it will be useful for you. Thanks friends.